Oh, I'm tired, but we're going to get through this one. We're going to have some fun today. Going to work on the axial ryft, the most hated on, man. I can't believe so many people hate on this thing, but I totally agree on some of it, but we're going to try to make it better. That's what I want to do. Let's give it the old OG hand warm. Let's get to it. What's going on? Let's see. We've got 3 people in the chat. What's going on? Come on off the wall. Let's see who's up, who's here. I'm going to start getting some parts together. And I think we're going to wait for a few minutes, get some more people in the chat. Then we're going to go and we're going to start where we left off last week first. I think I'm going to go through. I bought 2 more monster trucks. We got 2 more ready to rock and roll. I showed earlier, well, at the end of the live last week, I showed the Duratrax. We got a Thunderquake. Pretty badass little truck. It's going to be pretty nice. Michelle, how you doing? It's a bouncer, not a crawler. That's their first mistake, OG says. Correct. Basically, the difference is it doesn't crawl. So, yeah, it's not a crawler. And a bouncer is just kind of like you yeet it up the hill and see where it lands and figure it out from there. It really doesn't make much sense, but the chassis is awesome. If you take the rear sway bar off, it's got tons of flex, big-ass tires. What's going on, pimp? Big-ass tires. It's got it all, man, but it just doesn't crawl. It doesn't do anything good. It does 40 miles an hour. The thing friggin' rips. It's just that it doesn't really fit in any category. So we're going to do a little something to it. All right, let's give it a couple of minutes here, and then we'll get going. I'm just going to show you basically what we're going to do to the Ryft today. Let's dig the parts off the wall. All right, first thing I bought, SX 108s. Yeah, 40 miles an hour is not crawling, correct. So we got a SX 108, just a little Metal Gear Spectrum servo. That should give you a hint. And we are going to be installing the axial 2-speed kit in this thing. This is supposed to cut the gear ratio down 50%. My capper even goes faster than it should. Yeah, 40 miles an hour don't mix. It's fun. That thing will tear up stuff. It throws rocks everywhere. It's rowdy, man. I enjoy it. But yeah, we're going to put a 2-speed in this sucker. We're going to try to slow it down a little bit. I'm not looking to make a rock crawler out of it. I want to start hitting some of the local trails. I want to start getting out, getting a little bit better shape. So I'm going to start doing some trail walks. So I want something I can take with me to have some fun. 40 miles an hour isn't necessary. So I think I'm going to try to bump it down to 20 and have that 40 ready to rock and roll when I want it. So let's see here. Let's take a good look. Well, no, I'm getting ahead of myself. Who wants to see the other truck? I said I bought 2. I showed 1. Who wants to see the other truck that I bought? It's not going to be very exciting, but I'm not going to be able to fire it up. I haven't gone over it. I haven't done anything to it other than wash a tire. So who wants to see? I'll grab the Duratrax real quick, and then I'll grab what else we got. Kind of stoked to have both of them, but it's kind of hilarious what got pulled. All right, let me go get that. Of course we want to see it. All right, let me get the Duratrax. Ugh. I gotta clean the shop. There's way too much stuff going on here. The 2-speed split is barely noticeable on the Ryft. I disagree with that. That should cut that gearing in half. It should be better. Let's put it that way. All right. Let me pull out the other. We got to get a better view. This is huge. All right. Put this here. Get that out of the way. Make sure everything's good. Put you on the other tripod for a sec. Let's take a look at what we got. Wow, you won't zoom out for shit today. Okay, there's the Duratrax. That's what we picked up. And it's a pretty nice little truck. Not too bad. It's got a couple of issues, but we already know it runs. Let's pull the body off. Let's get a good look at it. 25% better, but not great. Well, anything is a better improvement. I think a 2-speed on that's going to be cool. There we go. Basic off the 26, nothing fancy. It's got a rotor start coming off the side. 2-speed, has reverse. Pretty nice little truck. Here's number 2. And now the engine's on. You have here, got a Hot Bodies Dirt Demon. Somebody brought it up in the chat last week. They said, oh man, I had a Dirt Demon back in the day. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. So yeah, I picked these up off of the original owner. I washed the wheels and tires are nice on this. It's going to be in good, it's pretty good shape. This one he said runs, so I haven't played with this. You have to have a very strong servo. I'm just going with the, just have metal geared. That's all they recommended. It's only got to pull that shaft in and out, so I don't believe it's going to be too bad. But we'll see if you're right on that. We'll check it out. Hey, chat. What's going on, Brett? How you been? Now, this is what I thought was hilarious. This one has the correct body mounts. The body's a little banged up more on this. He said he ran this one more, so I'm not surprised. Okay, let's see if we can get a good view on this thing. There we go. Zoom her in. There we go. Yeah, this is called the Dirt Demon. And if you take a look at it, it is exactly the same, minus the bumpers and a couple small things. Identical to the Duratrax. This thing has, they've changed really nothing other than they put the, yeah, they basically, I mean, look at the shock towers, the shock layout. They changed absolutely nothing on this compared to the Duratrax. It's got the same diffs. It's the same engine. They just took the branding off and put a Hot Bodies little decal over here on the side of the block. Don't mind this fuel tank. This is not the correct fuel tank. I have the correct fuel tank. But I think that might be something I want to take a good look at. Same thing as this one. It's got 3 different servos in 3 different places, which is wonderful. So we're going to have to do some servos. Other than that, they basically took the Duratrax, put a slightly taller tire on it, different tire and wheel, and put Hot Bodies logos all over it and said they were done. They didn't do shit. But yeah, I have 2 of them now. Now, here's the question. That's not the stock tank. What tank is this? It's a Sen tank. Is that for the Genesis? Anybody know? Show us a better view? You got it. I'll walk you around. For some reason, I can't get a good view with this today. All right, let's zoom out. This is Duratrax. It's got a nice, you know, steel shock tower, 4 shocks all the way around, so you got more to do. There's the proper gas tank, which I have. Basic steel pipe, air cleaner. Has the OFNA 26. Got everything else in it. Everything else is there. Same thing on this side. We got 3 different servos in 3 different places, so you know I'm going to change that out. Now the Duratrax. Slightly taller tire. Same shock tower. Same shocks. Changed nothing. Same arms. Different front bumper. Same center support. Like I said, that is the wrong tank, but that's a Sen tank, so that's worth something. Took the same, looks, the pipe is exactly the same. Has a different number on it. That says FMECA, and that one is EFRA, but other than that, it looks like the same pipe. Header is slightly different. I don't know about why, but yeah. But other than that, I mean, they put a little bit, I think it's got a purple boot on the car, but I think the other one don't. It's got a rotor start. They put Hot Bodies on the OFNA motor. But yeah, this is the other one. So I ended up picking up 2 of them. So I think we're going to start with this guy first. The tank is too small. Yeah, it's got a small tank on it. They're not very big. That fucker, I mean, watch my mouth. That thing's huge. That's from a Sen. It's got a little funk in it, but it's not too bad. I think it's a pretty good pickup. I mean, I'm happy with it. But yeah, that's what we got. So, new to the stable, Dirt Demon, and a Thunderquake, which I have no idea what the hell a Thunderquake is. Same exact rig. All you get is a nicer tire, a wheel. I like these wheels. Dude, and the wheel nuts on these things are huge. So, yeah. That's going to be coming up soon. That's what we're going to be working on next. We know this guy's a runner. This one I haven't played with yet. So, that'll probably be next. This is spittle run. The body needs a little work in the back, but it's not bad. All right, let's clean up this bench. Let's get to it. Yeah, I gotta try to see if I can find those spring-loaded body mounts. Hey, Brett, appreciate that, brother. Thank you. That's the first donation I've ever got. I finally made it to the 3,000. That's awesome, man. Shout out to Ducky. Team RC, what's going on, brother? If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. And check out OG Nitro and a bunch of the other guys in here. OG's here holding down the fort. Haywire. Nitro Pimp's doing his thing. All right. Let's go check out the Ryft. All right. That was fun. Yeah, it was a local pickup, man. I got it from the original dude. All right. Here's the Ryft. Now, like I said, this thing doesn't do anything particularly well. Nitro RC Life, you're still not at 1,000, brother? Oh, man. Everybody, check him out. Let's get him up to 1,000. Then he's giving away an awesome servo or 40 bucks. Your choice. So you can't go wrong. Get him up over 1,000, and you might win something. All right, let's just go over what I've done to this thing so far. This has the original ESC and all that stuff. I didn't do anything to that. It can be ran on 4S, which is absolutely bonkers. What would you have to do to it? It has the Vidavon connecting steering rod. It has, you can see in there real nice. No shipping out of the U.S. Yeah, it has the Trial axle mounts for the shocks, front and rear. It has the Vidavon arms for the front. Has the trailing arms. It has the Vidavon sway bar, which if you do disconnect, this thing will articulate like nobody's business, but it really doesn't with it on. And it's fully locked. This thing has spools, front, rear, and center. So, I mean, it has every reason in the world to crawl up anything you got, but it don't. The ESC is not censored, and it won't allow it. So eventually, yeah, no gas tank, but it does have a fake one. It does have a fake one in here in the back. But, yeah, we're working on some electric today. We're going to have some fun. I'm going to try to cut the gearing down to this. We're going to do the 2-speed mod. See how that works out. And, yeah, that's the goal for today. So, I don't know what kind of view I want. I think we're going to do the side view today because I don't think we're going to get a good view from the top. This thing is just huge. Electric and fun aren't my vocabulary. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's probably on your other account, Pimp. I don't know. I just got friggin' my 3,000. I set up stuff. It might have messed things up. I had to put OG back on as well. So, all right. First things first. I'm gonna get these big tires up out of the way. I gotta get the tools out. No fun allowed. You're not allowed to have fun anymore? I'm having fun. All right, let's get these big tires up out of here because we got to split. This thing comes into 2 pieces. We got to get this top cage off first. Once we get the cage and the body off, I think then we'll be all right. I think I'm going to do... Yeah, that's how we're going to do it. Just going to have to find a way to separate everything. This is going to be fun. Any RC is fun. That's right. Ducky's spinning records now. Is he? He's a DJ? DJ Ducky on the 1s and 2s. Bam, 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 bam. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Here, I'll fix it. Where are we at? There you go. Not bad. Fix that. All right, let's get these wheels and tires off. Get this thing, let's trim it down a little bit. We're gonna cut its legs off real fast. Holy shit. Wow. Oh. Who put those on? There we go. Well, we have to worry about the wheels falling off, that's for sure. Yeah, that's a good idea. If you can't get it, Pimp, OG, can you put Nitro RC Life's link up for me, please? Try to get him over 1,000. OG, put yours up as well. All right, let's get these out of here. Let's figure out how to get this thing apart. Figure we'll disassemble it, get the transmission out, because I know I need to get it out either way, and then we'll read the instructions. DJ Ducky on the turntables. He's got 2 turntables and a microphone, right? That's where it's at. Thank you, OG. All right. Did I loosen these? Yeah, I did. There we go. Yeah, I ended up buying a whole extra Ryft, believe it or not, because I had a guy that I knew had one, and he, I don't know, just like I said, everybody loves to hate on it. He lost interest in it because it wasn't a crawler, and the haters are going to hate. So he sold it to me for $100, and it came with all these arms, the trio parts, all the lockers. I basically just took a brand new Ryft that I had and swapped all of his parts onto it, because for $100 you couldn't buy this stuff. There's no way. All right, where we got to go with this? All right, let's start with these side bolts first. I'm pretty sure those are going to have to go. We're going to use the gun today. We're going to have some, I think it still has some juice in it. We're going to use the gun today. Drift the Ryft. Dude, this thing you can. Nitro Pimp, yours is on 6S. Cool, man. Yeah, I think this thing on 4S is a riot. I mean, it's too much, to be honest. I don't know what they were aiming for with this, but it's a fun rig. I mean, if you're standing behind this thing, it'll feed you a rock lunch all day. Those Super Swampers are awesome. I want to get a different set of wheels and tires for it eventually, but I don't think that's necessary for what I'm looking to do right now. Okay, got something going on here. Take the other 8 off. Let's see where we're stuck. Most likely it's going to be the shocks and that sway bar. Drop the shocks and the skid bolts. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to drop the sway bar too. That sway bar connects right to the, obviously, to the cage and then to the axle. Yeah, I don't believe this is too hard to work on. Like I said, I had it apart once to do all the Vidavon swap, but looks like all the hardware's been the same so far. All right, let's see what it does. Okay. All right, we got to get these shocks out of here. I'm going to say probably from the bottom would be the easier way. Come on off. Is it the same? No, slightly shorter. All right, let's get these together. Just touch the mouse and the computer still goes off. All right, let's see. Drop the shocks. If you crawler motor actually slowed it down, a badass ace-scroll crawler would be. Yeah, yeah. I'm not looking for like a competitive style crawler. That's not my intention. My intention is just be able to take it out on the trail and, you know, 25-mile-an-hour crawl through something will be ideal. This is an expensive little buggy, though. I was surprised. I don't remember what I paid for it, but these things are over 500 bucks. Okay, so far I think... Yeah, I think just do the same thing on this side and that should come apart. This is one of the buggies that one of the toys I haven't used in a while. Okay, that should do it. Let's see. Why is that shock stuck? There we go. Same on that side. Shock is stuck. Nope, two more. Got these two right here. Those are short guys there. Okay, there we go. We got something. All right. Legend, thanks, brother. Appreciate that. Capra is a crawler. That's a rock bouncer. Yeah. Go on through. That's good now. I could get a couple bucks in that account. I got to figure out if it's going to pay me or not. I still have to set. I set up the account to do it. We'll see what happens. Urban Legend, thanks for showing up, brother. Appreciate it. All right, we got to figure out how to get this transmission out. First thing I want to do is I'm take this ESC off. We'll get this out of the way. Get this plate off. There's a lot of shit in there. A lot of stuff. And the switch. I'm really not a fan of where they put the switch on this thing. Okay, let's put these screws here. But yeah, if everybody's new to the chat, everybody just checking in, we're making a 2-speed Ryft today. We are going to gear down this rock bouncer, try to make it a little bit more suitable for the trails. All right, drive shafts. Let's get rid of these drive shafts, pull them off. Got 2 as well. Plus, we'll get a good look inside these transmissions, see what they did, see if axial cheaped out or not, what these look like. All right, well, that's not going to work. Urban saying hi to everybody. Good to see everybody out this morning. All right, enough room to get the rear shaft off. The front shaft is too short. All right, so what do we got to do to take these off the bottom? 1, 2. Looks like what? A handful of bolts here. 1, 2, these 5, I believe. There's 5 screws here on the bottom of this plate, so it's probably going to be these 5. Yes, we are working on an electric today. Like I said, we're going to change it up a little bit today. I'm waiting on parts. We're going to hit the nitros up hard again next week, but I'm basically waiting. Everything I have that I need to work on has one part sitting out with the mail service. So hopefully Monday. Maybe 6. Let's see if this one. All right, there's 6 bolts out. Come on. There we go. Drive shaft off. Okay. I'm gonna pull this front cover. We're going to take this big-ass Spectra motor. This is a 2200 kV motor and a crawler. Well, not a crawler. You know what I mean. That's why she don't crawl. Take this back cover off. Get the motor off. Bam. How many quarters did you have to put in that machine last night to keep trying to shoot down Snoopy? What? No idea what that is. All right, what do we got? Looks like 2 1/2's holding this motor in. Let's get this motor in. Then we'll get you a better view. We'll clean this up. Get into that transmission. Looks like I'm going to have to pull the pinion first. Why didn't I think of that first? Let's see. Ty was flying last night, and I want to know how many times he crashed and had to start over. Oh, how many lives do you get? I was playing with an airplane yesterday for a little bit. Some like little foam thing a buddy of mine had at the boat launch when we were racing. I was like, let me try it. I was able to fly it. I mean, I would not trust myself with an expensive one by any means, but I was able to fly it. Look at these gears in this thing. I don't think I have any of these laying around. Say we can drop the gearing down, but that's just going to make it more violent. What are these? 17 tooth. Look at the gears on this freaking thing. They weren't joking around. This thing has some pretty heavy gears. But then again, I mean, if you're going to be running 4S through this thing, I would imagine so. All right, there's our transmission. This is what we'll be working on today, mostly. Just drop the screw into the abyss. Lovely. Motor screw. All right, give me a second. Let me see if I can find it. You get a magnet. All right, we'll have to figure it out or replace it later. I'm not worried about it now. Why am I trying to build a leaning tower? I don't need to. All right, let's see what's going on. Sorry I missed that last night, Ty. I wasn't feeling great. Yeah, I was gone all night. I didn't get home till almost midnight. Yeah, I was out and I was down in the garage, so I didn't have time. 2, 5, 6. All right, let's do a little straightening up here. We'll start digging into this. Well, actually, let's look at the instructions and see what they want me to start digging into first. All right. zoom on in on that. All right, let's open it up. A lot of stuff in here. Fast Bobby, what's going on? It's Nitro Bob. I made a new YouTube. I actually got locked out of Nitro Bob. What'd you do? You causing trouble again? How'd you get locked out? All right, 2-speed conversion. This is all just about how to get it out. Okay. Motor's out. Okay. So we're going to start. That's great. We're already ahead of the game. We get to start off at step 8. Okay. All right. Pull the back plate off. We're going to do this by hand. I don't want to crack any of the plastic or anything like that. So we're going to do this one by hand. Grab the 2.0. And I'm guessing the back plate comes off. I'm guessing the shift plate got to come through here. So as for now, we'll take this off. Take a look inside. That makes no sense. Well, we're going to go exactly as the instructions say. Let me get a better view. I don't like that view. There we go. I'm going to do it exactly as the instructions say, and we're going to see if the instructions are right. Let's go that route. Where the hell did that come from? Oh, okay. I know where that came from. That's from the motor mount. It doesn't say to take off the this big-ass spur gear, and there ain't no way for you to pull that shaft out with the spur gear on. Time to start again and do better, right? Hey, man, fresh starts are good. Forgot password. I've been logged into it for 13. Oh, damn, dude. Yeah, I had that happen to me. I had it saved on my cell phone, and then I got a new cell phone, and it did exactly the same thing. And then one day I was sitting on the couch, and I couldn't remember why, because it was the problem with the email. And it was a problem with the email. And I was just sitting there thinking, I'm like, you know what it is? I'm forgetting a digit. And I put that digit at the end of the email, put the password that I thought it was in, and bam, I was right back. I was only down for a day or two, but boy, was I bummed, because I was at like, I think just over 500. I mean, I just got it. And I was like, son of a gun, I can't remember it. So I'm like, oh, I could start all over. And then I started thinking about that. I was like, oh, man. So, all right, let's get this back cover off. Take a look. Missing one? I think so. Yes, yes I am. Right in the center. Missing one right in the center. There we go. Probably the worst one you could have missed. How the hell is I going to get that apart? No hot dogs, Bob. National Hot Dog Day was the other day. Okay. All right, what does it want? Set up so it looks like it's supposed to. Look at the instructions. It wants me to pull this one off right here. Just says pull it out. No problem, pull it out. You can't just pull it out. You got to take this off. So let's get this out of the way. Nope. All right. Well, that's just an either. You can set that off to the side. That wasn't very tight. Okay. There we go. That's the nut. This should pull right out. Okay, there's the part we were looking for. This is the part it wants. It says to take the E, let's see. That's backwards. Tells you to take in the instructions, there should be an E-clip on the outside and a bearing. The bearing is on the outside of the E-clip, so that's not right. These instructions haven't been too good lately. All right, just put that off to the side. All right, let's get this E-clip off. There we go. Nothing else should be holding that. Let's give it a tap. Anything's a hammer when you need it to be. There we go. There we go. Bam. A little washer on the inside. We got to make sure we keep that, I guess. Doesn't show it, but we got to make sure we keep it. And it says there's an E-clip on the other side, and there isn't. E4 clip. Okay, so, oh wait, here's a clip. Whatever. Okay, these instructions suck. All right, let's put them all together. All right, so basically you're going to strip that top shaft right off. Let's see here, we got Mr. Audio. How you doing, brother? Good to hear from you. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. Grandma Vic, good to see you. Hopefully you're feeling well. How's Hugh? Probably working. All right, I got oil from this transmission, which there's a lot of grease in here. Somebody's either been, no, is this my original trans? No, this isn't. So yeah, somebody's probably in this, definitely, for sure. Okay, that's step 8. Let's go to step 9. Let's see what we got going on here. Whole lot of stuff going on here. All right, we're going to have to break open this parts bag. I'll tell you what, I'll give them props on this one at least. Axial does not cheap out on these gears. He's off today. Cool, hopefully he's getting some stuff done. Or just hanging out, man, having some beers. Sometimes you need that. All right, this has a lot going on here. So we're going to need the cog tooth. It's going to, I guess, go this way. We're going to have to load bearings into that. That goes on that side. Then there's a plate that's got to go on in between. I guess that's going to ride here on this center shaft like so. That's what's going to shift us our first to second gear. Now, Pimp, if you've done this before, man, help me out here. Okay, so got a bunch of parts, 9. So yeah, that's this, that's this, and that's that. This is what we're going to need for this job. All right, so let's start building this shaft out, I guess. That's what we're going to need to do. All right, first things first, we'll get these new bearings out. We're going to load that up, and then the C-clip will go on between it. You got to love it when they're all pictures. Urban, you'll be back? All right, brother. So we're going to need, first things first, it's this long-barreled one. This one's going to get the bearings. I love doing this stuff live because it kind of puts you on the spot. Lets me use my mechanical abilities to get things figured out. When you got to do it on the fly, I think it's a lot harder. Okay, then that just slides there. know if that's necessary now that all this new stuff doesn't say. All right, let's get that E-clip back on. Part we all love the most. Bam, one hit. Okay, that goes like that. This piece here, it's going to ride in the middle. Okay. See, now where's that other bearing come from? It says ×4. I only got 3, unless there's one in here. Let's see here. Nope, there's a bearing. Okay, no, we do have 4. We're good. All right. So now we have this second part here that also has the cog teeth on the end. That's going to get loaded with bearings. And then the C-clip is going to, the second C-clip we removed will go onto that. Okay, makes sense. Makes sense. I get it. So now there's a good question I'm going to ask. Please don't laugh at me. Everything is still brand new in the box. Oh, I got to go back up here. What do we got going on? Tablet dying. I went nuts, bought the complete bit of on unit after exploding 3 axials. Yeah. I could do it for you, but if I can't tell you, if that makes sense. Yeah. Grandma Vic? Yeah, I can add you. You're no problem. There you go. I don't know if it takes effect right away, but yeah, you're taken care of. You're good people. I don't worry about you. Andrew, sir, ever heard of Robotronics? I don't believe I so. Please don't laugh at me. Everything is still new in the box. Hey man, get it out there and try it. Everybody starts somewhere. There ain't nobody here gonna laugh at you. There we go. All right, so this is going to be our 2-speed shifter right here. This is going to be, I guess, first gear and that's second, or the other way around. And bam, bam. That's how we're going to, it's going to be a shift selector right here. Okay. Saying put grease on it, grease on it. I'm going to grease everything together. Okay, so now there's some rods on this. I think that little plate's got to come off. Let's remove that little plate. I had the 1.5 out. Where is it? 7, 8, 2. There, 1.5. Let's take that little plate out. I don't believe that gets reused. Yeah. Well, and if you're looking for information right now, you probably have the best of the best in the room right now. I mean, if you have any questions, anything like that, now's the time to ask. Cover everything. You got a little bit of the electric guys here. You got nitro guys here. Yeah, no problem, Yvette. I have no problem with that. I try to keep the mods down to a minimum, that's all, just so we don't have too many people doing too much shit when I ain't looking, you know what I mean? Let's see here. Okay. So we're going to need the shift fork. Take a look at this. It's a good looking shift fork. Nice metal. Doesn't appear to be monkey metal too. It looks like it's pretty decent stuff. And we're going to need the shaft. The shaft. Okay. That goes through here. And it says to use thread lock. No problem. I got you. We're going to use the thread lock. All right. There's a little end on this that has a flat spot. So I'm going to take it and I'm just going to, not going to abuse it, but I want to just snug it up. There we go. There's our shift fork. It just says it goes in there. I'm guessing like this. There. All right. First things first. Okay. There should be another rod. There's the rod. Okay. We're going to put that into the shift fork first. Push it through. Get that in there. All right. That'll sit just like that. Clicking up. Bam. 1 gear, 2 gear. All right, cool. That's our 30 tooth. All right, there should be another rod with these. It's right here. I guess that's just a locating pin. That's all we're gonna need out of this. Big storm coming into Milwaukee here. Oh man, Yvette unsub, I'm killing this account when I get home. There you go. So that's just gonna, I guess, sit inside. Let's put that in first. Too many things falling out of this thing. There we go. Just like that. All right, there's our, basically our shifting mechanism. I need 10 myself. Hey, anybody else wants to subscribe to Grandma Vic? Go ahead. She said she needs 10. 10 more till you could go live. Is that the deal? Then we could ditch Vic? Kind of like that idea. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. All right. This is our other gear. Stay on laptop. Yes, there you go. She only needs 10 more. She can go live. You can all hang out with her. You have a good time. All right. Let's see. All right. Let's figure this out now. 24 tooth. Does it have any listing? It looks like a 24. Just like that. First gear, second gear. Where does that one go? Okay, that's that. That's that. First gear, second gear, output. Okay. So I guess this is the one that gets replaced. This one does not get reused. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, because that just floats, rides on that gear. That gear goes down the shaft, goes into that gear, which is correct. That's just an idler. This one we don't touch. That's that gear and that gear. That's done. And then that's our shift selector right there. Okay, so this shouldn't need anything else. That should be it. Just like that. Let's double check this. That's weird. Why do I have an extra gear? Ah, this is off that top shaft. This is the one we had to remove and then added that second one to it. I got it. That's why. This gear will not be reused. Hate having extra parts. Hate trying to get these gears out too. Leave it right there. All right, so basically here's our transmission. That's it. We'll start putting the top back on, I guess. And that's that. It's gonna go here. Yeah, that's both your outrides. That's got to be it. Yep, we're good. Okay, there we go. It's a little tight. Why so tight? Let's take a look at that shift shaft. I'm gonna throw a little grease in there for good measure. I figured out, OG. There you go. Here, let's do this. Just gonna pull that shaft back out. Very tight. Put more than we need. All right. Oh yeah, gotta love this grease. This is gross. Hands are gonna be destroyed. Okay. I'm gonna go wash my hands real quick. We'll wash my hands real quick. We'll go back to it. All right. All right. Come on. There we go. Seems like it's very tight on that case. There's the shaft that comes through for the shifter. I'm gonna have to clean this case off for sure now. It seems like it's very tight. Right here. I mean, I think a servo will do it, but it just seems a little too tight. I think I want to do is... what do you think I should do? Should I just let it wear in? It should be tight, I agree, but it seems like it's just a little too tight. Leave it alone, or should I open that up a little bit? Let it shift a little easier. Okay. All right. What do we got going on here? All right. Should be tight. Urban, send it. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. I'm getting destroyed by this grease. So, we'll get everything reassembled back the way it was before when I started. And then we'll just leave it alone. Oh, you suck. There. Come on out, bearing. There we go. That's fine. Okay. Well, now that I made a total mess out of this, there we go. Trying to get to 1,000 myself. Yeah, we all are. Get there eventually. The goal is not to get the 1,000. The goal is to get to 1,000 that are actually working for you. People that show up, come out, show support, have fun. I don't care if I have 1,000 if they're not doing anything. What fun is that? All right. Then this just kind of sat in here like this. There we go. That's awful tight, but all right. Okay, so that's together. That's together. Throw the screws in it. All these. All right, which ones were the short ones? That was a short one. That's a long one. That's a long one. That's a long one. That's a short one. Isn't it? No. That one's mad long. Do we have a longer one? Let's put the rest in. Tighten her up. One, two, should be 5. 3, just wipe this down a little bit. Lasso Kid, what's going on? Not much. I'm not sleeping, so I'm up. Yeah, I slept in the other day. Felt like a total piece of crap. I was like, I should have did something today, but you know what? It felt good. Okay, there's a couple screws left in that bag. In that bag. 12. Okay, what's 13 look like? 13. Okay. So 13 is, we're going to need some parts out of this. All right, that part, we're going to need this guy. That's a servo saver. Servo saver, we don't need that yet. All right, let's take a look. This is going to get threaded onto it, onto that output shaft. This is going to be for our puller. Just a little L bracket. This is going to be fun. How am I going to do this? 6 more, huh? There you go. Whoa. Why does this thing keep popping out? All right. Come on. It's fun to get started. All right. Not playing. We're not playing anymore. There you go. Urban Legend helping Grandma Vic out. 6 more, she can go live and we can ditch Vic. That's the goal today. Send Vic packing. We don't need him no more. Wow, is this a pain in the ass? This has been the hardest part so far. Ugh. How do they expect you to start this arm? What size is that? I might get a screw and just start it myself and then just thread it on. This thing sucks. Take 15 seconds and watch what? Sucks because you got to get it tight so it doesn't squirm on you. And then you got to keep it loose so you don't destroy it. I got it. Wow, you suck. That was terrible. Why didn't they already thread this? They would have took it and just threaded it for you, like a nice little pre-start. You wouldn't sit here and fight with it like I am. It's all right. I got confused. What? 101, Grandma Vic. There you go. There you go. Got it done. Doesn't tell you how far to thread it on, but it appears it's threaded on all the way. So we're going to bottom this sucker out. Okay, it shows it's going to the side, so let's do it that way. Straighten her out. Good. Okay. That bitch is tight. I don't know about that. We'll see. All right. Then it just says you got a small little aluminum top hat. That's got to go on the top of it. So that's got to go in here. I'm guessing this goes right through it. Actually, what kind do we have? I don't want to use that one. Comes with 2 screws, one with a beveled head and one with a flat head. We're going to use the flat one. Yeah, that's what it's supposed to have. And I got to start threads with this one. A 1.5? We're using 1.5 hardware. Unnecessary. Getting confused watching Rynks on this and Nitro. Going back and forth. There we go. Oh, I got it backwards. Hold on. That's okay. We'll be all right. We can fix this. Oh, what just happened? Oh, great. Just close me out. Let me get back into the chat. Let's see. Piece of junk. All right. Give me 1 sec. We'll be good. Analytics. About to head out. Ran the Nitro Crate this morning and the Slayer Pro. Nice. Yeah, I'm picking up a Slayer next week. A buddy of mine had that one for $100. I'm gonna get it off him. Been procrastinating. All right, we're back at it. Here we go. Yeah, Legend, that's who that is. Everybody checks out Urban Legend. He goes on Sunday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. Probably one of the best channels on there right now. I don't miss it. Put a Pico 26 Max in. What'd you put it in? Slayer? Yeah, this one's just got the 3.3, but it's healthy, so $100. Okay. All right, so that's how it's supposed to look. There's your shaft coming in and out. That shifts your 1 and 2 speed. Guess and just let it roll. See what it does. Slayer, she's nasty. Yeah, I like the 4-wheel drive, and I mean it's the same thing as the. Gonna do some speed runs today and on his on-road 2-wheel drive lasso kid. Nice. Mach 389. I don't know if I said hi to you today, but how are you, brother? How you doing? Okay. What are we looking to do now? Okay. Next thing is you're supposed to mount. We're going to mount the servo to the bracket. It has already a bracket right here, so we're going to have to bust open the servo. Got to figure out where the electronics tray is on this sucker, too. I have no idea. Just like this. It's going to sit right here and float right above that. Okay. Included with servo. Makes sense? All right, so here's an important one. If you're going to do the servo on this, I use the SX108, just the basic Spectrum one. They're about 18 bucks. Nothing fancy. It's just we're only using it as a push and pull, so I don't think you really need anything too crazy, and that's exactly what is recommended in here to use. And let's see. It's this little part here for the servo saver is included with that servo. Does not come included with the kit. So if you use a different servo, you better have some parts laying around, because if not, it's not gonna work for you. All right. Well, the servo's not centered, so we're just gonna hope for the best, and we can adjust it, I guess, when we're done. All right, we're gonna need some screws to mount this servo. Doesn't have those, so 2.5 by 12s is what it wants. That's probably one like this. They only gave me one. Okay. And nothing came with the servo, I don't believe. No. Alright, so let's see if I can match up another one of these. What size are they going to be? Well, first off, why are they using a beveled head on a servo? It should be a flat. That's wrong. I'm going to use something different. We're going to try something different. Okay, are we going to have problems with this? Yeah, these are too big. Problemo. Those will work. Okay. I'm going to start these screws first. If I found anything about this axial, is that totally sucks. Trying to get these separate. Let's see, lasso. I'm anticipating my new nitro motor this week. I've been shopping for a flywheel and clutch and exhaust. What kind of engine did you buy, sir? Can't leave us hanging like that. Okay. Got that one started. This is a pain in the ass starting these screws. Who here thinks, I mean, I don't know. Rynks, you need a mic, barely can hear you. Well, I don't know how to hook that up to an iPhone. I have to play with it. I could speak up. I mean, if that's the problem, I'm kind of speaking to myself here, looking down. Actually, my friend told me he has a Nova Rossi pipe, so I'll hit him up. Yeah, I got a couple of Nova pipes. Just depending on what you put in, you got to know what size header you're going to run. Cause AirPods. I think I have a set of AirPods. All right, let's try and get this figured out. What a pain in the ass. Says he can hear me just fine. Grandma, turn the miracle ear up. Maybe it's just you. A Force 4.6? Okay, cool. All right, this is going to fight me the whole time. This sucks. This is a great live. Yeah, I'm having a good time, but man, I'll tell you what, I'm struggling today. Got me using these tiny ass little screws. They got me, none of the holes are done for you. I guess, you know, since this is an afterthought from Axial, I guess they don't really at the factory care about doing any of that, you know. I think this is how it should have came, but I mean, I don't understand. I mean, I paid, I think the kit. Do I have the price on the kit? No. I think the kit's under $40 to do the swap, and then you got to buy a servo. So I mean, you got a total of $60 in parts to do this mod. But in the same token, I mean, I guess they maybe figured for price reasons they didn't give it to you. The Ryft wasn't very cheap. I mean, it was like almost $600. So they probably figured, you know, we won't give you the 2-speed option, so that way we can keep the price under $600 rather than capping over. Man, it probably cost them a nickel to do, but was going to order the LS harness this week. Oh, Grand Vic. Hey, Hugh, what's up? But fat girl needs surgery. We have to drop her off at the vet Monday, so gotta wait. Oh, sorry to hear that, man. Hope everything turns out all right. Yeah, that's how it always works. Like I said, I play with cars as well as an RC. I'm starting to get that itch again to go back to playing with big cars as well. And it always happens like that. You get, you know, here's the plan. This is the money for it. We're going to make it all, it's going to be all good. And something happens. Something turns up. But you got to take care of the animals first. I got it. Okay. The screws work perfect. There we go. All right, we got a servo mounted. We got the push and pull for the 2-speed mounted. Yeah, the setup for this was only $20. I was right. $20, so you only have $40 into this whole mod. I don't know why they just didn't do it out of the factory. That's okay. I'm going to run the standard HPI header with Novarachi matchup with the have an issue. What did you mean about matching the header up? Well, depending on what you're putting it in, like a truggy and a buggy would use a different header because you'd have one for more torque and one for more higher end. You wouldn't need all the torque on a buggy because it's lighter. But if you're throwing it in a monster truck, depending on the pipe, if the Novarachi pipe gets connected with one of the rubber connectors from the header, it'll work with a standard HPI header. That wouldn't be a problem at all. All right. So I guess that's that. Final piece would be, we are going to put, where are we at? Servo saber together. Okay. We all know how to do that. 20 tooth. Let's see how this ends up. So I got to do something like that. Something like that. Get on there. There we go. Goes that. And this goes on there, like that. The spring, the keeper. I'm going to put it all together with this one. And that just kind of sits inside of here, and it just moves that hat. Bam. 1 gear, 2 gear, 1 gear, 2 gear. Not a lot of movement out of that servo. That's going to be a fun one to figure out. All right. So we can put this back on, I believe. And we can start reassembly. That's it. We got ourselves a 2-speed. Yeah, okay, sweet, yeah. Yeah, as long as you have the basic, just regular connector, it should work just fine. Try to see if I have one laying around. I don't. All right. Right on there. Yeah, just like that. Just like that. It's a nylock, so this will require no thread locker or anything like that. Just put her on. So what do you think? I don't think this is too bad. I mean, those instructions leave a little to be desired for sure. All right, so let's see if this works. Okay, that should have one gear. That's pretty much 1-to-1. Then we hit this one. So 1-to-1 gear there. I don't know. I don't know if I like this. Doesn't feel good. That's for sure. Okay, that's in gear. That doesn't feel like it's hitting a gear, like it's binding. That one hit it. Yeah, you just got to keep making sure you fully engages. There it goes. There it doesn't go. Well, we'll have to check it out. It's like stuck in between gears. This is weird. Okay, yeah, sweet, it's a Trugster. Yeah, like it's, I don't know. No problem. No problem. We'll just have to adjust the endpoints to make sure it's got a lot of torque on it, because that's going to be a problem. It doesn't seem like it wants to hit all the gears right. All right, where were we at with the... Let's clean up a little bit. Let's start getting this back together. Garbage, garbage. Back over here. Nice. All right, so what's everybody else got going on today? What else are we going to be running? Pimp said he's got some stuff going on. Lasso Kid's got some stuff going on. He's got a new engine coming. I got parts coming. Okay, everyone, nice to meet you all. Thanks for the subs. God bless you all. Have a wonderful day. Yeah, Grandma, have a good one. Okay. Let's get the chassis back. Start putting the motor back in. Put a motor mount bolt right in there for now, so that way I can at least get the pinion on. Then we got to find another one. Not too fast. there a flat spot on there? Where is it? 1.5. Let's get this out of the way before I knock it off the counter. We have to run. We have places to be. All right. So I'll catch you later. All right. Right about there. Loctite on our grub screws. Enough traction, RC. What's going on? That's one thing. This thing should definitely not have that problem. Always should have enough traction. Now, locked up, this thing should have all the traction. Okay. Right about there. Now the Ryft has like preset screw holes. So you can only get so many gear options on this, but it has a ton of them, so I'm gonna say that hole right there is a little too needs to move a little bit. I don't remember where these were, so we're gonna have to play with it. See if we can figure out where this screw was. I'm gonna move it in a little bit. Oh, frick. I wonder if I can see some witness marks on this. Let's try that one. Yeah, I like that. And that bottom one there will look good. All right, we're gonna need to find that screw, or I'm gonna have to get another one. So I'm gonna give it 2 seconds to see if I can find it. If I can't find it, then we'll get a new one. All right, that's gone forever. Let's see what that other one looks like. We'll just get a new one. Short one. See if this will work. Why you gotta be a pain for? I love doing this, guys. We do not have a Ryft yet. I really, really want to get one. Yeah, I don't know. We're going to see how this works out. See if this 2-speed is worth the effort. So far it's been I don't know, it's been a little bit challenging of an install. This laptop will not stay on. All right, I'm not fighting you right now. Let's see here. Come on! Let's see what our problem is. That screw's not long enough. Okay, let's see if we can find a longer one. That ain't long enough. I don't know what to do. There we go. This is a pain in the butt. Wish they would have just had it where you can just set it and be done. Why you gotta find the right holes? All right, I think I figured it out. My workbench is clean. This thing is a mess. You need to watch OG. Watch OG's Nitro Corner and see how nice he keeps his bench. He wouldn't work here. Alright. We do not have the ryft yet. Come on. Wouldn't be so hard if I was playing with a nitro. Come on. Just hope the screw's not too long. Nitro, I can have that engine out in minutes. This is a pain. Gotta dig it out of the car. I still have to put the car back together. Alright, see now this screw is too long. Of course I had to lose that. Alright, we're to upgrade it. Stainless it is. All right, enough traction. I'll catch you on the next one. All right, cool. Got that mounted. Mesh is good. Let's get this cover back on. Gotta start getting this thing together. I don't know if this is a good idea or not. We'll see. Okay. That. Got to mount. ESC back up. Make sure our wiring is not twisted. There we go. That was these ones here, and then that's for the... That one's for the on and off switch. Just appreciate that, brother. Probably still be working on this later. This thing sucks. Not feeling this thing. 5 pounds of shit in a 10 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag for sure. Okay. One more. This thing has a mismatch of all different sizes too. Everything from 1.5 to a 2.5. There we go. Nice. Okay, drive shafts have to go back in. Then we can start putting the putting her back together. I don't know how I feel about that. We'll have to see. We'll see. I don't know. I think my original thing of it being too tight is going to be a problem. We'll see. We will see. These old flapping lips, how you doing? Left coasters. What's left coasters? All right. Okay. Let's get this rear draft shaft put together. Get it together. Yeah, I still have no idea where the where's the wire for the servo at. I'll have to find that, run that up. I don't know if we're going to finish this today. Anyone west of the mighty Mississippi? No, sir. No, sir. Not me. Alright. There's that, there's that, there's the servo. We're going to have to do... I'm guessing this is the radio, so we should probably... I think the goal today was we're going to mount this transmission into the chassis. Then I'm going to open up this tray. We'll get the extension on it. Get that wired up. And then I'll see if I can get it to work. See if we can get the throw and everything right. That's what I'm going to do. That'll be the goal for today. The body going on is not a big deal. It's just reassembly. But I want to make sure I can get this thing to work. These are all the same size, right? That one was different. Two, three, four, five, six. All right. Start mowing these in. What's that? No, that's a left coaster. What? I don't get it. Bam. Cool. All right. There we are. Transmission is reinstalled. So at the end, nothing. So that'd be your high gear. That's your low gear. So yeah, you got 2 gears. I'll take it. All right, let's get this thing opened up. Worst case scenario, if I have to mess with the servo saver, all I gotta do is pull those 2 screws out and take this off the top. It's wide open. I think this will be the best way to do it. I gotta grab the battery out of the starter box, I guess. And that'll be that. Power this up. And here we go. It's a nice receiver that they include with this. Just wish I knew. 1 turn, 2 to burn. I guess they don't label anything. Let's see if I can remove it. There we go. There we go. This thing has a nice freaking receiver in it. Look at this. Comes with AVC, the SR6100 AT. This has steering throttle, obviously. Battery and program. I guess you can use it on nitro. And then it has 4 auxiliaries, so you can plug stuff in this thing for days. That's awesome. We are going to need the extension, and we're going to need to run it through that. Okay. Go. Maybe I should have plugged that in first. Brown goes that way. And the auxiliary will go here. Okay. Kind of sucks you got to use that extension for these little servos. Takes up a lot of room in the box. All right, let's go grab a battery. Let's go. Let's see. You dig into the tranny. If the guide rod and the shifter is in place, remove it. The guide rod makes things too tight and it binds when it's shifting. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling, and that's what I was worried about. But like you can hear, bam, there's your high gear. There's your low gear. It's all there. Let me see if the servo will take it. That's the only question. All right, let's see if we can get this to work. Hope there's enough juice in this battery. Should be just to play with a servo. I run the same battery in this as I do my starter box, so that's why. Okay. Model select. Ryft. Okay, I don't care. Channel assign. Auxiliary channel. Auxiliary 1. Make it input C. 3 position. That don't work at all. All right, let's take a look and see what's going on with that servo. see what's going on. Okay, so that's all the way in. So that's all the way in. Okay. Good. What's going on here? I think that is way too tight. Yeah, I've seen a few other ones on this shaft on the fork. Yeah, I think it's way too tight. It's way too tight. Yep, I'm not going to leave it that way. All right, well, I guess we're going to close this up for today. I'm going to take this back apart, and I'm going to drill out that shaft a little bit, because it's just way too tight. There's no reason for it to be that tight in that housing, and that servo does not have the torque to do it. So that's the problem we're going to have. I think, yeah, I'm gonna work on this offline. We're gonna just call it a day. Yeah, I had fun. I think it's gonna work. It's just not gonna work right now. Charge this battery up while I'm at it, and I'm gonna work on it off, and then I'm gonna come back to it. I don't think this is gonna be too hard of a job to fix, but that sucks. Now I gotta do it again. All right. Well, we've run into a problem, so I'm gonna call it a day. Thanks everybody for showing out. Appreciate all the donations. That was awesome. First ones I've ever gotten. And everybody new to the channel, everybody that's been hanging out. Next week, I should have some parts. We'll be back to the nitro content, and I will have this fixed. We will get this thing working. All right, so till next week, I'll catch everybody later, and peace.